was so pleased to be able to touch her, to find somebody that I could touch, actually, who wanted my touch, who loved my touch, who I loved touching, who I could touch after such a long period of not wanting to touch, not wanting to be touched. It was such a relief to not have to be that person anymore, to be freer, to introduce the physical back into play, and in a way that was great. There were many signs that it wasn't great, but it was just such a lovely, liberating feeling at first. I don't touch here. I don't touch. I only touch when someone wants to touch me. I might respond. I will respond. I will embrace. I don't go in for the hug. I just am. There's a tradition here of the single kiss on the cheek. They do that. And that happens with some. But the feeling, the emotion comes with the touch. The touch has the emotion. The kind of touch I feel, I'm imagining, is a higher touch. A touch that brings comfort, relief, peace. Doesn't involve much movement from me, but still works. And that touch has a certain feeling that is way beyond any other kind of touch. It has to have purity, genuine empathic exchange of energy, a genuine feeling that moves me or motivates me to be doing that at that moment in that way. So the touch, and I have avoided it and resisted it even when there was a lot of offer for it to be available. I knew that to accept it would take me down a rabbit hole, a path that I had to be sure of. It could never be done casually. And intimate touch, sexual touch, touch of relief, it's not the highest experience. It's not. It hasn't felt right for long. The idea, suddenly I'm laughing. I get a message that she's going to stay there and fast track into home, and something in the borough, she might not actually come back here. It's possible. I don't know. But suddenly I want to get rid of the table. Just to get rid of that, let me take it down to the recycling centre. Let me give it away. Underneath the table are huge, heavy books of art, and I just want to donate them. I just want to drop them off one at a time. Put one heavy tome in my backpack and walk it into the charity shop and hand it over. Very expensive. Someone would love that. Someone who appreciated what it was like Mum did. But if she's not coming back here, I don't want it. There's so much stuff. I immediately start to feel like I don't want the stuff. I want to get rid of the stuff. It's a bizarre, it made me laugh at the sort of strange thing that somehow suddenly I could do that. I could just dismantle it and just get rid of it. It's her stuff. She's not even out of the hospital yet, and already I'm taking over, throwing her things away. That's how it would be seen. In many ways, it could be seen if I just did that, but actually it makes sense. Then maybe I can live here a bit in a bit better way for the time that remaining for me living here. It's going to go anyway. We're going to get rid of it. I don't want it. I live here. This is my home. So if she doesn't need it anymore, she's not coming back here, then I can make decisions like that, and I will. But the funny thing was that I could almost have started right now. Okay, I'll just start dismantling the table or taking a book. I'll take a book tomorrow. I'll walk a book up. I'll just start doing it, because that's the reality that I expect to find, that I'm expecting to be living in for a bit. It's bizarre, really. Because I actually feel like I'm looking forward to seeing her again. The next time I see her, wherever she is, I feel like I will be ready and wanting to see her as she is now, having not seen her for a period of time. She may stay longer where she is if they haven't found her something. It's all about timing. And yet, I don't foresee myself going up there, but I do foresee myself walking to where she eventually ends up. And when she is settled and that's where she lives, then I decide about stuff here for now. It's going anyway. I want to see if I can create a situation that I would live in. How would I have it now that it's my choice? Most stuff would go, but what would be replaced with, what it would be replaced with in its simplicity, would be exactly what was needed. It doesn't matter how long. When I bought my house in Enfield with Mickey, even though the idea was to flip it, live in it for 18 months, 2 years, flip it, make a profit, that was the assumption, because that was the time, that was the climate. It was about to crash, just as we had it, but never mind. But it was my home. I owned it. I was paying mortgage towards it. It's my home. I made it. I chose the colours, the carpet, the type of thing. Mickey sorted out the furniture, the 2 seats, the wonderful, comfortable seats we sat in. That was his pleasure to do that, to get the right seats. When you're living, that's your. And within 18 months, I walked away. I was on my way to Israel. Nothing stays, nothing lasts. But if I'm here, I definitely want to get rid of stuff. I'm not saying I want to bring more stuff in, but I want to get rid of stuff. There's too much stuff, and with less stuff, it will feel different here, and other ideas could come about what takes place next with all the stuff, when the rest of the stuff is to be in a place that just is, and then fill it with me. Be me in it for a bit. Just start the process, because it's not straightforward. It's going to take time. Might as well do it. There's an excitement to it. Oh, she's being moved, fast-tracked into a home. She's got 3 to 6 months. How exciting! All these new people to meet, to interact with, new nurses, new patients, new dinner ladies, new environment, having people come and visit her in that environment, which is her little home, her simple little home that's uncomplicated, that she can have exactly how she wants, with her radio, whatever, a television. She can have the sky if they don't have it, she can have the sky set up over there. It's whatever she needs to feel comfortable. Being looked after, feeling supported. It's what she needs. It will be amazing. It's exciting. And the possibility of getting to know her in the remaining time she has, to finally get to know who she is, for her to really understand who I am, for a connection to be made. It's all possible, and it feels doable. And it made me laugh. I just get rid of the table. First thought, start unscrewing that big bit of glass. Where does this go, mate? Where do I recycle this? Oh, let's put it up there. Take it. Oh, that's quite a heavy table. It's probably worth money, but it doesn't matter. I want to donate it. Just give it away. I'm not wanting to. Don't need to sell it, unless it's a particularly valuable and very straightforward thing that I could do on eBay, where I could put it in a parcel and post it, or a box or something. Yes, but not a table. It's so heavy. The glass is like bulletproof glass. It's huge. It's heavy. It wobbles. It marks. It's just a terrible choice. So much not right about it for me that so it would have to go. She even realised it was a mistake. What's better than having beautiful wood and something that's been made? This thing is just I wanted it to go at the beginning, actually. I sort of began to make a case for doing so, and then gave up on it. She was still thinking she'd be having dinner parties at some point, and actually it turned into the place I could make mandalas, and that's not a bad idea to perhaps start up again. Get rid of the jigsaw that's up there, shove that in her bedroom, bring my mandala stuff back out like I did, and see what I can do this time, where I'm on my own a lot, and I've got a creative outlet that is very present when it's too cold or wet. Mandalas. Haven't done one since July last year, when I finished the last one, or August. At least 6 months anyway. Only ever did 5. Some of the most complex mandala present things. And I was actually getting more into it. I was going to get finer pens, a few finer pens. I might still do that, so I can really do those tiny bits that the pens are just too big for. It's definitely a challenge to be still enough to do that, but I'm okay with a bit of help. It's just a little bit. It could be interesting to do that again. Nice idea.